you stand and join as Councilman Faulkner leads us in the pledge?
Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Roberts will lead us in the prayer.
Thank you. If you'll bow your heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we stand here humbly and give you our thanks and praise for allowing us the privileges of being here today and being a public servant. We ask that you forgive us of our trespasses. We ask that you give us wisdom and tolerance and understanding. And we ask this through Jesus Christ, our Savior. Amen.
Okay, before we start our regular meeting, Councilman Sanders has a special guest to introduce.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Tonight we have Lucas Farmer with us. He is an intern in the IT department. Lucas recently was in a performance of Handel's Messiah, and I believe on Friday. And so he graciously was able to give his gift of music with us tonight. And so I would like to just turn it over to you and allow you to play. I think Jeremy's in the back over there, and I think Lucas has done a good job for you, and so just thankful. Get a thumbs up in the back. It's official. So just really thankful to have a young man like Lucas, a part of the IT department, and it's just encouraging to see somebody that I've known since he was walking in a stroller. I remember seeing that on Walnut Street. So to see you here, I'm just proud of you and thankful to have you here tonight and just all the things that you've done and accomplished and what you're doing in your life. So the floor is yours.
Lucas, before you start, tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how you got into this.
The violin or IT?
The violin.
The violin. Well, when I was 3 years old, I had a really big interest in the violin. I used to sit up on the front row of our church, and there was a violinist who would play every single Sunday up on stage, and I would watch him with like great interest and enthusiasm. And when I was about that age, I got my fingers and I started to go like this and pretend to play the violin. And then later on I would get chopsticks and I would do the same thing, but I would put up on my neck. And then after that my parents were like, well, we need to get him a teacher. And then my grandma offered to pay for lessons and instruments. So ever since then I've been taking lessons for about 15 straight years now.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play a hymn and also a Christmas carol for you all tonight.
Very nice, thank you.
Thank you, Lucas.
Great way to start our December meeting.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow. Wow, nice. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to play.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucas.
All right. At this time, we will listen to requests for additional appropriations, and Madam Auditor, I didn't forget this time, allow you to read those, please.
Ordinance number 2025-HCCO 53, additional appropriations. Whereas it has been determined that it's now necessary to appropriate more money than was appropriated in the 2025 annual budget. Now therefore be it ordained by the County Council of Howard County, Indiana, that for the expenses of the taxing unit, the following additional sums of money are hereby appropriated out of the funds named and for the purposes specified, subject to the laws governing the same. County General Fund, probation, Assistant Chief Probation Officer, reduction $21,957. Home Detention Supervisor, reduction $14,215. Part-time Probation Officer, $13,000. Assistant Chief Probation Officer, $80,775. Total County General Fund, $57,603. Lit Special Purpose Fund, Kinsey Youth Center Emergency Shelter Care, Assistant Program Director, reduction $5,862. Kinsey Youth Center Secure Detention Caseworker, $5,862. Total at Special Purpose Fund, 0. Clerk Perpetuation Fund Service Contracts, $25,000. Total Clerk Perpetuation Fund, $25,000. Cumulative Bridge Fund, B56CR 300, 120 North, $75,160.80. Total cumulative bridge fund, $75,160.80. Lit Public Safety Fund, PERF, reduction $10,100. Total Lit Public Safety Fund, reduction $10,100. MVH Restricted Fund, insurance, $7,000. Total MVH Restricted Fund, $7,000. Motor Vehicle Highway Fund, overtime, $15,000. Mechanics, $46,700. Lead mechanic, reduction, $46,700. Perf, $26,000. Insurance, $70,000. Total Motor Vehicle Highway Fund, $111,000. Statewide 911 Fund, Perf, $10,100. Total statewide 911 Fund, $10,100. Lit Correctional Facilities Fund, equipment repair, $1,703,647. Total at Correctional Facilities Fund, $1,703,647. Alcohol and Drug User Fee Fund, Assistant Probation Officer, reduction $80,775. Total Alcohol and Drug User Fee Fund, reduction $80,775. Stop Violence Against Women, insurance, $23,657. Total Stop Violence Against Women Fund, $23,657. PEP Fund, communications, $306. Equipment, $1,989. Total PEP Fund, $2,295. Title 40 Incentive Prosecutor Funds, insurance, $4,000. Total Title 40 Incentive Prosecutor Fund, $4,000. Immunizations and Vaccines Grant Fund, part-time public health nurse, $8,500. FICA, $244. Medical supplies, $14. Other supplies, $1,222. Contract services, $963. Maintenance service contracts, $8,942. Travel and training, $332. Advertisements and publications, $1,620. Printing, $1,692. Equipment, $1,748. Total immunization and vaccines grant fund, $25,277. JCC PSC grant fund, supplies, $292. Drug screens, $2,990. Travel and training, $1,291. Rent lease fees, $21. Total JCC PSC grant fund, $4,594. JDAI grant fund, supplies, $711. Travel and training, $80.86. Contract services, $3,000. Total JDAI grant fund, $3,791.86. Veterans PSC grant fund incentives, $2,550. Total Veterans PSC grant fund, $2,550. Total additional appropriations for all funds, $1,964,860, or $800.66.
Thank you. Before I ask for individual presentations on the additional appropriation, I'm going to back up just a little bit because I did neglect to have the approval of the November minutes. So, council, you do have in front of you the minutes from our November meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the approve the minutes from our last meeting.
So
Mr. Vice
moved.
President, I move we approve the minutes, or second it.
Sec. Okay.
One of the above.
Moved and I'll second.
I have a motion from Councilman Faulkner and a second from Councilman Sanders. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Okay, we're going to start with on additional appropriations from Community Corrections. Stephanie Cole.
Aye.
Okay, is that good? Okay. So my appropriations are the reduction from 11244 in county general and 11253. Those are the reductions for utilizing the grant funds that I did last council meeting. And I'm using part of that to cover 11708 to cover the rest of our part-time salaries for our probation officers. And then the 12211, I'm not asking for any additional money that wasn't already in our budget before. We have about 10 accounts in county general between utilizing grant funds, positions not filled right away, or maybe hiring a PO that was on the pay scale lower. That's going to cover all of what I'm moving in, plus there will still be some remaining there. So that's where that additional is from. And then I'm reducing that amount in the alcohol and drug user fee, the 2501.
Okay. Are there any questions? So the 12 to 11, this is for salary, correct?
Yes.
Now, will this salary be paid now out of the general fund moving forward?
That was not what was on for 2026. That, I believe that one is still in the alcohol and drug fund.
Okay,
And because I've been getting 2025 situated, I still have to look at 2026. So that's not been, this account is still in the alcohol and drug fund, so I'm not requesting to move that there permanently.
okay.
Just
so
to utilize what's already there.
Just for now, okay, thank you. All right, if there are no questions, then thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. President, that is something that is noteworthy, that we're moving the money from the Alcohol and Drug User Fee Fund, 2501, to the general fund.
Right,
The council may have to look at that and navigate that, since it's changing the general fund now, and
well, and that's why I asked, and she
Yeah.
said as of, that's just a one-time deal right now.
Yeah.
And as of next year, we'll look and see. But that
Yeah.
that may stay in the alcohol and drug fund. We'll look at that
yeah,
for 2026.
yeah.
But that alcohol and drug fund has been struggling somewhat.
Yes, it has, yeah.
Yeah, so it is going to be something
Okay.
to watch.
Madam Auditor will present for the Kinsey Youth Center.
So these are just cleanup items that, from the budget last year, we had two people switched where they were being paid, so one line had too much money and the other line didn't have enough money. So in order to be able to pay their salaries and have their accounts go zero at the end, we had to do these two corrections for the assistant program director and caseworker.
Okay,
So I have that one, and then for the 9103 and the 9212, these are just appropriations that we didn't do in July, so we need to do these so that our funds don't go negative at the end of the year. The money's there, it just needs appropriated.
so these are just grant funds that we need to appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Which numbers were those, Jessica?
It is 9103, the JCC PSC grant, and the 9212.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Are there any questions for Jessica? All right. Debbie Stewart from the clerk's office. Actually, the clerk.
Make sure I have the right amount. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so what I'm needing to do is appropriate out of my perpetuation fund $25,000 to service contracts to pay Document Mountain for the file project that we're currently working on. They have a lot of our files. I know I've got 3 bills to pay. One being, there'll be another one in December. So I've been working real close with them since our flood in '24 to make sure that all these invoices that we've been going back and forth with have been taken care of. And so in order to get everything all paid and situated for the end of the year, I need to move the $25,000. And that's what my perpetuation fund is used for, is to help with document storage.
Okay. Are there any questions for Debbie? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Next up, Highway, Amber.
Hi, I am dealing with 3 different funds that I need additionals for. The first one is the Cume Bridge 1135 fund, and I'm asking for additionals of $75,160.80 for the Bridge 56 project. That's the project on County Road 300 East that we constructed this summer, and it's been open and functioning very well. This is a federal project, and this is one where the county has to pay 100% of the inspection bills, and then we get reimbursed 80%. It's just a back and forth. I'm expecting quite a bit of this to be covered by those reimbursements. They just haven't come through yet, so, and probably won't come through by the end of the year. So I just need to have these additionals to balance out that fund line for the end of the year before those reimbursements come in. The next fund is the 1173 fund. That is my MVH restricted fund. This year, we had some of our salaries and benefits paid out of this 1173 fund. I just didn't estimate as much insurance as I needed, so I need an additional appropriation of $7,000 to cover that insurance. And the last one is my 1176 fund line, which is my MVH unrestricted, sorry, the regular fund. And this is mostly salaries. So I'm essentially taking some of the funding from my lead mechanic position and putting that into the mechanic position. And this is because I have 3 mechanics. I keep hoping that one of those is going to step up to be my lead mechanic, and that has not quite happened yet. So all 3 are being paid as mechanics, and so I just need to balance that salary so that I can pay them appropriately. I also need, I'm asking for $15,000 in my overtime fund line. And this is due to us working quite a bit more overtime, obviously, than we anticipated. When we work overtime, a lot of the times my guys choose to bank their time. This year with the economy, nearly everybody is choosing to get paid out that time. So that's what's kind of drained my overtime budget more so than it has in years past, so. And then also with perf and insurance, I do need to increase those fund lines as well. We did have a little bit of an adjustment that we did for State Board of Accounts when we set the budget. We thought that we would have to go back into our insurance and our perf line and increase those, and that has happened. And that's it for that fund.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions for Amber?
Just a comment, please. Amber, it's an interesting comment you made that in the past, your employees would just trade off time for comp, but with the economy the way it is, not so right now.
Correct.
That's telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't say that we've worked more overtime this year than last, but I will say that the majority of that time is being paid out instead of banked as comp time, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Just curious, you mentioned that you're hoping one of the mechanics will step up, is I think is the word you used.
Yes.
What are you looking for as far as stepping up?
Yeah, so we've actually implemented some pretty interesting technology over the last couple years. We've added GPS to our trucks, and with the GPS program, there is a big portion of that program where we can put in our mileages for our trucks, and we can set alarms and timers that say when we need to have oil changes. And all of that is set through the program because it's got GPS, so it can rack up how much miles the truck has, and so then it can just keep us on track with like regular routine maintenance type situations. And then also when we do repairs on those trucks, we can go into that system and we can log what repairs were done and the estimated cost of those repairs. So over time, we can look at the truck and say, okay, this truck might be 5 years newer than some of the others, but it has cost us, 25% more in maintenance costs. So when we do a switch out of a vehicle, that might be one that we consider to switch out. Just things like that. And we're working on one in particular, trying to step into that role of being able to take on that responsibility of that more managerial, more,
More the technical side?
yes, more of the
technology
technical side, yes, of things. So, and I think we've got something that can work. It's just a matter of making sure we have the right person in that role before we make that switch.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. no
So can
problem.
I make a comment to the council? I think it was November 18th, Amber spoke at Rocheville, at the Rocheville Lions Club, and shared information about the process for putting brine down on the highways and all the ins and outs. I don't know if it was all of the ins and outs of clearing the roads of snow, and it was nice and clear that evening. And about a week later, after Thanksgiving, shortly after Thanksgiving, we had a nice snow, and
Yep.
Howard County Highway Departments were out and doing their stuff. So thank you,
Yep.
Amber. We appreciate you very much.
Yeah, we're very excited. And just to kind of play off that too, is we were able to use our brine operations for the first time. We're very excited. So I appreciate council working with us to be able to build our new salt barn and to implement all of our new machinery and equipment. And our guys did a fantastic job for the first time we've ever done brine. They did a fantastic job, and it showed because our roadways were able to be cleared by Sunday. We had a storm on Saturday, and by Sunday, the roads were pretty clear. So the brine has already made a huge difference in our operations, so pretty excited about it.
Plus, she also told us how they responded to that washout of the culvert there on Alto Road. And
been a
that
long
was
year.
pretty amazing response time, too. So,
Yeah, it was
again, thank you.
Yep, thanks.
And we thank you for your leadership. I mean,
Oh.
and the detail that you're going into with this tracking your truck.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, appreciate that.
it's exciting, new stuff. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next is the Sheriff's Department, and Christina Klein is going to present, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
This is just for perf. We didn't budget enough in 1222 to cover our 2 employees' salaries that come out of that line. So we're just moving money from 1170 to 1222.
Now, those are dispatchers, is that correct?
Yeah,
Dispatch
yeah.
employees. Easy enough. Are there any
Alright.
questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I do not see Commissioner Dodd here. You got to present for commissioners? Okay,
I will do my best to stand in for Commissioner Dodd.
all right.
So we are asking for an additional appropriation out of the lit fund. The council approved the $2.2 million heat pumps for the jail. We did not have enough money in that account to pay the first time the invoices came through, and so we need an appropriation into equipment repair to be able to pay. That project is moving along and the invoices are rolling in, so we need to be able to pay those bills. So we need an appropriation into the equipment repair line, I think. Let me check my line to be sure.
Yes.
Yes, equipment repair. That is the request.
Now, is that it, or how close are we to having enough appropriated to finish this
The
job?
1.7, we, in discussions with Daryl, we put just a touch more in there to make sure that we could pay all of the additional invoices. So this should take care of
Should
it
be it, okay, all right.
For the sheriff's department,
for the jail.
for the jail.
For
And
the-
then, do we have more next year will we have any more for
For-
Kinsey?
For what?
For Kinsey,
We do not,
okay,
that I know of.
okay. I'm just asking.
That is not a question I know the answer to, but I don't know of any funds going aside for Kinsey at this point.
Okay, thank you.
This is a long time coming,
Yes.
and how's it going?
So my understanding is, I'll be honest, I have not gone out there and climbed that roof. And you probably will not find me on that roof. You might, I doubt it. But my understanding is from our vendor, the heat pumps are up there. They are having to add some steel supports because they're sitting on the roof. So they're having to add some steel supports. That process is taking place, and they expect to be done mid to late January. That is my understanding, but it's cold out there.
It's cold, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. All right. Our auditor, Jessica Sechrist, is going to present for the prosecutor.
Yes, so both of his funds, the Stop Violence Against Women, which is the 8109, and the Title 40 incentive funds, both of those were short on insurance. And so these are just to make sure we have enough insurance for the last pay of the year.
Okay, simple enough. Any questions?
Simple.
All right, thank you. Mr. Vest from the Health Department.
Hello.
Hi.
Here requesting additional appropriations for the grant funds, 8925 and 8126. These funds are for money that we were reimbursed after the July 1st fiscal year. So let's just need to appropriate these funds. That's it. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see, Christina Euler is going to be presenting for Judge Dahl
Yes.
for Superior Court 2.
Yes, I'm requesting to appropriate money in my 9526 account to move it to my incentive account to cover what we have purchased this year in the amount of $2550.
So this is a grant fund and
Yes, it's
it's
money
already
that we,
been spent. We just need to,
yeah, we have the money in the
Appropriate.
account, it rolls over, we just
Yep.
need to put it in our incentive line so we can have our account paid up by the end of the
okay.
year.
Is there any question, or any questions for Christina? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that all of them?
And I believe that is all of the additional appropriations. So I will entertain a motion to approve the additional appropriations.
I move we approve these additional appropriations as presented.
I second.
We have a motion from Councilman Faulkner and a second from Councilwoman Lake. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Next up on the agenda are transfers, and Madam Auditor, would you read the transfers into the record, please?
Resolution number 2025 HCCR 24 transfers. Whereas the county council may approve the transfer of money from one major budget classification to another within a department or office if the transfer does not require the expenditure of more money than the total amount set out at the budget, in the budget as finally determined, and if the transfer is approved at a regular public meeting and by the proper ordinance. Be it resolved by the county council of Howard County that it's desired and deemed necessary that the following transfers be made within the accounts of the designated funds as set out below. County General Fund, Sheriff, K-9 supplies to travel and training, $700. Community Corrections Fund, Administrative Assistant to Full-Time Detention Officer, $1,205.52. Director of Community Supervision to Drug Screen Supplies, $662.99. Director of Community Supervision to Institutional Supplies, $844.14. Director of Community Supervision to Office Supplies, $865.78. Maintenance and service contracts to office supplies, $1,798.99. Energy Efficiency Block Grant Fund, contract services to equipment, $38,740.
All right, thank you. So, from the Sheriff's Department, Christine.
Hello. We're just moving $700 from dog canine supplies into travel and training, actually just to cover the cost of training for one of our canine officers.
Okay.
That's
Any
it.
questions?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Stephanie?
The admin assistant, the 11283, was just some excess grant funds that we need to utilize before the end of the year as that position's not filled, so transferring to that. And then the other four was what I was discussing last council meeting and where I had to make some changes. We had to make some changes from the 100 series and our 300 series and put it into the 200 series to match what DOC originally approved at the beginning of the year. And so that's what those changes are for.
All right, are there any questions for Stephanie? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
And Pam, you're up again?
So I am requesting to transfer $38,740 from our energy efficiency block grant that we received out of the contract services line into the equipment line. I do want you to know, we did purchase equipment to go into that jail project. The grant fund was only $200,000, but we did put as much as we could into that jail fund to help, or the jail heat pumps to help offset some of that cost. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
So that is it for the transfers. Are there any comments or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the transfers.
Move to approve resolution number 2025 HCCR 24 transfers.
Second?
We have a motion by Councilwoman Lake, a second by Councilman Roberts. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Madam Auditor, please read in the salary ordinance.
Ordinance number 2025 HCCO 54, salary ordinance amendments. An ordinance amending and increasing staffing and salary authorization to be paid county employees for the calendar year effective January 1, 2025 through December 31, 2025, as originally approved for the year 2025, except where otherwise noted. Be it ordained by the Council of Howard County, Indiana, that for the said fiscal year, the following salary amendments are approved as additional changes to the basic salary ordinance for the same fiscal year. Necessary personal services appropriations have been approved previously to support the required expenditure of necessary funds. County General Fund probation, Assistant Chief Probation Officer, reduction $21,957. Home Detention Supervisor, reduction $14,215. Part-time Probation Officer, $13,000. Assistant Chief Probation Officer, $80,775. Lit Special Purpose Fund, Kinsey Youth Center Emergency Shelter Care Assistant Program Director, reduction 5,862. Kinsey Youth Center Secure Detention Caseworker, 5,862. Community Corrections Fund Full-Time Detention Officer, 1,205 and 52 cents. Administrative Assistant reduction, 1,205 and 52 cents. Director of Community Supervision reduction, 2,372 and 91 cents. Lit Public Safety Fund perf reduction, 10,100. MVH Restricted Fund insurance, 7,000. MVH Fund overtime, 15,000. Mechanics, 46,700. Lead mechanic reduction, 46,700. Perf, 26,000. Insurance, 70,000. Statewide 911 fund, perf, 10,100. Alcohol and drug user fee, Assistant Chief Probation Officer, reduction 80,775. Stop Violence Against Women Fund, insurance 23,657. Title 40 Incentive Prosecutors Fund, insurance 4,000. Immunizations and Vaccines Grant Fund, part-time public health nurse 8,500. FICA 244.
All right, thank you. We've already had the individual presentations on the salaries. So are there any questions or comments on the salary ordinance? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the salary ordinance.
I move we approve the salary ordinance as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Faulkner, and a second by Councilman Sanders. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Is there any old business that anyone needs to discuss? All right. We do have some new business, and Pam is up once again. We should have left you up here.
That's okay. So every year, the council has the opportunity to appoint people to boards in the community. And this year, Beth Harshman, Alcohol and Beverage Commission, she served on that board for many years. This is a one-year appointment, so that is one appointment. Matthew Seedham for the Board of Health. He is also a reappointment to that board. And Richard Mosier to the Greentown Public Library. He is also a reappointment. So you've got some people who have served for many years on several of these boards, and they've agreed to serve another term. So I'll need signatures, and then, Brian, you'll see some tabs where I'll need your signature on that page.
Do we need a motion on that? For all of them? So I move we approve all of them as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second by Councilman Faulkner and Roberts. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Is there any other council business?
If I may make a comment,
Absolutely.
it's not really business, it's more of a comment. Is that acceptable?
That is.
I'd just like to make note, since this is our last meeting of this year, 2025, and just commend Council President Darrell Maple for the outstanding job he's done in a difficult year. Had a lot of challenges this year, and he's really focused in, and he led nicely, responsibly, for Howard County, for our constituents, and put us in a strong position to counter the change that's coming next year. And it wasn't easy, and he did a great job. I just wanted to make note of that. And thank you, Darrell. I know he's listening, so hope you get feeling better, too. Thank you, Darrell.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Are there any other comments or council business?
I agree with what John said. I think we've had good leadership this year, and we've also have a council group that tends to have worked together well, and understand that this is tax money, and it's been really impressive and encouraging to see what we've accomplished this year, and it's taken good leadership and a group that will work together. So,
Okay, thank you. Any others? All right, hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.